a natural scorer. It's that simple. Supreme confidence offensively. He can beat you from the three-point line. He can get you going to the hole, offensive putbacks. Beautiful mid-range game as well.
And he's not a standstill shooter only. I mean, he's a terrific ball handler. He's able to create space, has deceptive strength. And you talk about degree of difficulty shots, he can make those in spades. I mean, he can stop on a dime and knock it down, and he's got the full arsenal offensively.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for two.
In his return to New York, I tell you, Raymond Felton looked to have his best season yet as a pro. He came in and made plays and filled the void left at the point guard spot for the Knicks.
And for Felton, I guess, just something in the water in New York, huh, Stevie? He's played his best basketball in the big city.
Yeah, he had a good run there several years back before he was traded to Denver as part of that Carmelo Anthony trade. And now that he's back in New York, Felton once again having a terrific impact on that team.
You know, after losing Jeremy Lin going into last season, guys, I think some fans were concerned that the team might slip back to isolation basketball and their offense would stagnate, but instead they flourished as a three-point shooting team.
Both free throws good from Felton. And back to the Knicks personnel moves, you got to give them a lot of credit going out and finding shooters and defenders and playmakers to surround their star players with.
Yeah, they ended up with Bargnani, putting him at the kind of the shooting four spot, adding another three-point threat. The Knicks are always going to be aggressive personnel-wise. This was already a good team, second-best record in the East, but you know, they're looking to get better.
Well, that was a quick foul for him there. The refs are certainly calling it close.
On defense, the Magic. There's the dish to Shumpert. Pass to Anthony. And there's the call on Tobias Harris. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul. Third team foul.
Felton against Nelson. Felton dishes to Carmelo. Shot clock at 6. Anthony right side. Gets the 14-footer to fall.
Don't take your eyes off of him because he can make plays from multiple spots on the floor. Put the isolated cam on him.
Nelson off the pick from Vucevic. Nelson kicks to Davis. Pass to Harris. Aflalo left side. Uncovered. Basket is good. The assist from Harris.
Heads up play there, guys, on the assist and the finish.
Harris against Anthony. And the pass to Bargnani. Kicks to Felton. And it's blocked by Aflalo. And they'll keep possession. Anthony against Harris. Goes back up. Anthony's shot is off.
I don't mind that shot, though. He's an excellent three-point shooter. He's just showing a lot of confidence there.
I'm right with you there, Steve. I mean, let it flow when you're feeling it.
And he gets it to go. It's a tie ball game.
Good look. He'll make that one most of the time.
Bargnani inside. And the layup's good off the glass.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spot. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
Nelson outside. He feeds it to Vucevic. A look from Harris. And again, it's Orlando converting.
And the offense, I mean, 3 of 4, a solid start for this game.
For New York, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Felton the pass to Chandler. And he banks in the layup. Chandler's got his first bucket in this one.
Boy, he made a nice little bounce pass there. We call that the pocket pass, and he did it well.
Nelson dishes to Aflalo. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. Aflalo's got his second bucket.
They're off and running. Good start here. They've knocked down 4 of their first 5.
Chandler with the ball. Vucevic on him. And there it is again from him. Shot good from Chandler. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Nelson against Felton. And out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession. So it's the Knicks now. Outside Anthony. Battles through traffic and lays it in.
It's going to be tough for the defense today. If he's got his A game rolling here tonight, we'll see.
Nelson off the pick from Vucevic. And Nelson gets it to go.
They can't afford to give him that kind of look.
Well, it came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you got to fight over the top of that.
Now, here's Felton. Bargnani, a screen on Nelson. Felton. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint. I guess the good news is they've taken away the outside shot.
Well, you know what? It doesn't matter how good their perimeter defense is if they're going to allow inside looks as easy as that. What's interesting for me to watch with Mike Woodson as head coach in New York is the exciting floor spacing offense they started playing last season. In Atlanta, he'd been known for a grinded out isolation play style, but has actually tweaked his approach a little bit, and that's been impressive.
Now, here's Felton. Anthony with it, now guarded by Vucevic. Baseline try, and Anthony gets it to go. Anthony's got 6 points.
Such a difficult shot to defend, that turnaround.
And back to Mike Woodson, not a flashier, high-maintenance type of personality. He keeps it on the level, and I think, Steve, the players appreciate that.
Players definitely like that. He's very quiet on the sidelines, but not afraid to get in your face when necessary. And I think that's a really good temperament for a coach to have. In general, I think he's a guy who is very well respected around the league and did an excellent job with New York a season ago.
Now, here's Felton. After the miss from Harris, that's good.
They've got themselves in front with some outstanding shooting right off the bat.
Yep, it's been a clinic at that end of the floor, no question.
Here's Nelson. He kicks it to Davis. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Boy, you look at Glenn Davis out of LSU, guys, and he might have made one heck of a left tackle in football. 6'9", close to 300 lbs. He's as strong as they come, and yet surprisingly as quick-footed as any big man in the league.
And that one falls for Davis. And Glenn Davis, an improving rebounder in recent years, and Stevie uses his size well defensively.
He's tough to back down. He's got a barrel chest, strong legs. Offensively, he's not a guy who finishes over the top, but he's crafty in the way he can go through bodies and kind of find ways to get the ball into the basket.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
Clearly, Orlando was a team in transition last year. They had a group of younger, inexperienced players, and many times when that's the case, you'll get off to slow starts in games, and that certainly proved to be true for the Magic.
Puts up the baby hook, and Stoudemire with the nice bucket inside.
That time the defenders were a little lazy getting to him.
Felton against Nelson. Nelson, right side. Dishes it to Oladipo. Shot clock at 6. Nelson kicks to Davis. Second shot opportunity. Stoudemire with the block. Felton with the ball. Now guarded by Aflalo. Nice shot by Felton. Well, Clark, you mentioned that the Magic were at the very bottom of the league when it came to scoring in the first quarter of games. Steve, you got to get better as the game went on, obviously, but you can't start every game in a hole down like they did and expect to do well.
Well, we just go back to the roster, and that explains everything. I mean, you look at who they had, the lack of a go-to scorer out of the gates, and that explains the slow start. So this is really all about continuing to build the roster and try to put together some talent.
Catching up on the changes for Orlando, Jason Maxiel's checked in for Davis. And it's Andrew Nicholson in for Tobias Harris. And so here's Orlando, trailing by 10. Nelson, the pass to Maxiel. The basket good off the assist from Nelson.
Wow, he was just wide open there. That's way too easy.
Felton against Nelson. Felton dishes to Smith. And the foul on Victor Oladipo. Reno Udrich, he's checked in for Raymond Felton. And here are the Knicks now. They're leading by 8. Clock at 6. Anthony right side. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Anthony's got 8 points.
When it rains, it pours. Another jump shot tickles that twine.
Yeah, they've got it flowing right now, guys. They're putting together a nice little run.
Now, here's Oladipo. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Harkless kicks to Nelson and stolen by Udrich. Udrich off a pick from Stoudemire, and they call an illegal screen here.
Now, tough call there on that illegal screen.
He didn't look set to me, Steve. I thought that was a good call.
Metta World Peace, he's checked in for New York. The Magic trail by 10. Nelson outside. The feed to Maxiel. Nelson outside. Good work defensively by Stoudemire. The Knicks leading by 10. And Udrich kicks to Stoudemire. Second shot opportunity. He takes it up and lays it in. Stoudemire's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Well, with this soft D, they're allowing them to shoot a very high percentage from the field so far.
Yeah, and they're just not offering any resistance, not making anything difficult for them, and they're able to kind of do whatever they want to do.
Deflects the pass. Now here is World Peace. And Doris Burke spoke with Mike Woodson. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. Yes, I spoke to him about the game plan coming into this matchup and addressed the quality shot blocking they'll have to overcome. He said, listen, that can be a factor, psychologically as well as physically. The key for us is just to play unselfishly. Draw the help, kick to the open man. If we execute our offense, we'll be fine. Guys?
Thanks a lot, Doris. And dealing with the sort of defense they're facing is not an easy challenge.
No, but they've got a few weapons of their own that they can counter with. So it's not exactly a one-sided battle.
Maybe so, Steve, but those weapons are still going to have to perform at a really high level for them to have a chance to be successful.
That's good. And the Knicks lead by 14.
I couldn't have dreamt of a much better start than what they've had here today.
Everything's worked, especially offensively, and what a lead they have already to show for it.
Now here's Harkless. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. No good. Stoudemire with the defensive effort. New York leading by 14. Smith kicks to Stoudemire. To the wing on the left. Shot clock at 6. The shot misses. The Magic go the other way with it. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
Got to get going.
Beautiful finger roll to cap that drive off. He knows how to finish with some flair and flavor, guys.
Here's Smith after the made shot from Jameer Nelson. Smith the pass to Anthony. Feeds to Stoudemire. Stoudemire left side. And Udrich kicks to Stoudemire. Anthony drives in. That's good. Anthony's got 10 points in the game.
I love the aggressiveness with their approach, pounding the ball inside, and it's working.
They are owning this game early. They are constantly finding lanes to the basket.
Now a timeout called by Orlando.
Well, what a year for Melo. He just started so hot, and he kept it going throughout last season. Led the league in scoring, and I think really became the superstar that he seemed destined to become.
Nelson outside. Rejected by Udrich. Outside Anthony. He dishes it to Udrich. Smith the pass to Stoudemire. Good. Stoudemire's got 8 points. Going back to Carmelo, the superstar. Last season, his jersey sales jumped to first, Clark, in the entire NBA.
Seems like a good fit for him in New York. I mean, his star has been magnified there, but it's due to his play. I mean, he embraces the expectations. When you think back to that game in April where he dropped 50 on the Heat, I think he's playing some of the best basketball of his career.
Here's Stoudemire. It's good. This time the assist from Udrich. 10 points for Amari Stoudemire.
Boy, what a fantastic opening quarter for them.
Yeah, it sure has been. Look at the lead they've jumped out to already. Impressive.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Maxiel. Rebound by Meta World Peace. World Peace has got his 3rd rebound on the night. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Udrich has got his 2nd basket.
They're playing with a purpose, guys. The big lead becoming bigger. I like the look in their eyes.
And it's on both ends that they've been controlling the action.
Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for New York.
With the aggression they're showing early on, I mean, they're driving it to the hoop with authority and force.
And what I like is they're really focusing on that post play down low. They're getting the ball inside, and it's paying off for them.
On the court for the Knicks, Bargnani is the 4 with Chandler the 5. Amon Shumpert is out there with Felton. And it's Smith in at the 3 spot.
Boy, with 2 fouls now, he really has to be disciplined and under control for the rest of this half.
And Orlando making a change here. Davis is checked in. To the paint. 6 to shoot from about 16. Tyson Chandler grabs the board.
Boy, we don't see that too often. No defender on him, and he just clanks the open jumper.
Felton dishes to Bargnani. That's good, and so Felton has the assist there.
Raymond Felton.
Felton has got 4 assists in the game. The Magic trail by 20. And here's Nelson. Passes to Aflalo. Back to Nelson. Good ball movement here by the Magic. Aflalo kicks to Harris. Pass to Nelson. Launches it. That's good. Nelson's got 7 points in the game. And now looks like we've got an injury here, guys. We'll likely see him come out of the game.
Injuries are such a difficult part of this game.
And from a glance, you really can't tell just how bad it is, but he's going to come out, and we'll find out now how bad it is. He may be done for the game.
Oladipo, he's checked in for Orlando. Poked loose and stolen by Aflalo. Aflalo right side. Oladipo with the ball. Now guarded by Shumpert. Two open that time. Made it look too easy. And that's now 6 points for Aaron Aflalo. New York leading by 15.
You know, there was a lot of talk about the Magic not getting equal value when they traded Dwight Howard to the Lakers before last season, but you take a look at how both teams started, the Lakers and the Magic, and for a time there, the Magic had a better record early in the season than the Lakers. So I think it worked out okay for the Magic.
Davis setting the pick for Oladipo. There's the dish to Vucevic. Jacks up a three. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
Most any NBA player can make you pay when you're leaving that wide open. That's why you have to stay alert on defense.
Well, Clark, like you said, hard to believe, but it's true. The Magic did have a better record than the Lakers for the early part of the season. But that was mostly due to a surprise down year from the Lakers, Steve, and a hot start for Orlando.
And remember, the Magic did get that big win at Staples against L.A. That was kind of a revenge for the D. Howard trade. But as time wore on, you know, the Magic's lack of talent showed, and they really struggled the rest of the season.
And that one misses.
You know, the Knicks got off to a fast start, but when you employ as many old bodies as they did last year, it's hard to sustain the level of play you need over the course of a full season. It's one reason they started to falter a bit late in the year.
Second free throw, no good. And Clark, you said it, the Knicks did hit that lull last season right after the All-Star break into early March. And Steve, when the vets saw the finish line in sight, they picked up their play and got back in it.
That's right. They won 13 games in a row late in the season, catapulting themselves back into the top tier of teams in the East, and let everyone know that they would not be exiting the playoffs early. That really was the start of that run.
Now, here's Oladipo. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game.
Well, an illegal screen is one of the toughest calls for the official to make.
You know, I agree with you. You've got to have some sympathy for the referees when they have to make calls like that, but they get paid well, and they're the best in the business, so they can handle it.
Time now for an injury report. Now an update on Jameer Nelson from our Doris Burke.
Guys, I got a status report from the Magic's head athletic trainer. A very somber tone over here on the sideline, guys. It does not look to be good news at all. Losing a player like him in the meat of the season is tough for any side, and their depth will be tested during this time frame.
All right, Doris, thank you. And Steve and Clark, certainly not the news his fans were hoping for.
No, Kevin, it's, you know, guys, it's really too bad. Just a terribly unfortunate turn of events here.
Well, yeah, you hate to see that happen. And in the meantime, you know, his team now has to compensate for the loss. Let's see how they step up.
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Bargnani misses off the left iron. Here's Orlando now. It's been 8 unanswered points for him. Tries it from 9. That one's in there. The New York lead is cut down to just 10 points on the bucket from Aflalo. Pass to Shumpert. There's the pass to Bargnani. Kicks to Chandler. Just 5 to shoot. Shumpert passes to Felton. Off target with his 3. Orlando's gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. Dishes to Oladipo. Out to Harris. 3-pointer. The offensive rebound. Vucevic. Nice hit again. That misses off the backboard.
Terrific defense at the rim. They got right in his path.
You know, that's part of what great defenders do. They get not only in your path, but in your head a little bit, too.
Now, here's Felton. 8 points for him. Bargnani dishes to Smith. Now, Chandler inside. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. Smith's got 3 assists in the game. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Kick out to Aflalo. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
Well, it looks like he's finally found his footing in this game. His first quarter was a real struggle, but he's got it going now.
That drops.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
Well, it's become one of the stories of the first half, Clark, just piling up points in the paint.
Now, here's Oladipo. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Felton with the ball. Outside jumper. Bargnani inside. It's stolen by Davis. And here comes Harris leading the fast break. And he goes in for the dunk.
Yeah, he didn't even bother to wait around for any help on that break.
That was a one-man job all the way, Steve. He knew what to do with it and when.
The Knicks leading by 8.
Well, Tobias Harris last season, guys, sent from Milwaukee to Orlando at the trade deadline. I like this young man's game. He went from a reserve role to starter's minutes and remained very effective.
Nice shot by Smith.
And he may be the guy to put this game even farther out of reach.
Now a timeout called by Orlando. And back to Tobias Harris, now in his 3rd season in the league and still just 21 years of age.
And he's the player that Orlando insisted on in that trade with J.J. Redick. So the versatility they liked, the ability to have the skill set of a 3, but also be able to guard a 4. That type of kind of hybrid forward has become very popular in the NBA these days.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Thanks, Kev. Mike Woodson had some words for his team over that last break. He told the huddle they need to go hard to the hoop whenever possible to either draw fouls or get high percentage looks right at the 10. Guys, they're clearly hoping those changes have an effect even before this game makes it to halftime. Kevin?
Thanks, Doris. Now here is Harris. 7 points in the game.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady work they've been doing on the interior, no question. And that's, I think, the main reason they have this lead.
Outside, Felton. He feeds it to Bargnani. Back to Felton. Shot clock at 6. Chandler cleans up the mess with the savage put-back flush.
Nicely done. They just continue to dominate inside. That's 10 points in a row in the lane.
It's now purely here it comes. See if you can stop it.
Now here's Aflalo. 10 points for him. Harris outside. He kicks it to Oladipo. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Oladipo's got 5 points in the quarter.
That is not enough coverage. Got to do better than that defensively. Basically no coverage. I mean, defense did not look very good there.
You know, one of the big things that Iman Shumpert brings to the team is his pressure defensively on the perimeter. When you have a guard like him who can go out and bother ball handlers, it can really take an opponent out of its offense.
And Shumpert had that ACL tear in the 2012 playoffs, but after missing the first month and a half, Clark, I thought he bounced back pretty well.
I'd say he did. I mean, there was some concern. His game is really predicated on his athleticism at this point, but he looked pretty good. Not a great outside shooter, but he cut his turnovers down and showed he could still elevate for some spectacular finishes and was not bad shooting the ball from the three-point line.
A different look for New York. Amari Stoudemire is checked in for Chandler. World Peace comes in for Bargnani. And Anthony subbed in for J.R. Smith. And both free throws good for Shumpert. The Magic trail by 11. Oladipo with the ball. Now defended by Udrih. Now here's Oladipo. He's tightly guarded. Tries to keep it alive. And stolen by Udrih. And now the Knicks on the break. Here's Shumpert. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at either end, steals, fast break buckets, and the other team scrambling to find its game.
Yeah, they've done a great job causing havoc and then taking advantage in transition offensively.
Here's Oladipo. The Knicks making the shot. Harkless kicks to Maxeel. And the foul on Amari Stoudemire. That'll be his second foul of the game.
That's his second personal foul. Second team foul.
Maxeel, the pass to Afflalo. Shumpert with the steal.
That's 2 unproductive trips in a row, ending in turnover.
And one thing you can't do is string together those kinds of possessions. It'll really snowball on you.
Orlando's gone 3 of 5 beyond the arc since the start of the second quarter. Here's Harkless. And there's the feed to Maxeel. It's stolen by Stoudemire. Here's Udrih. Drops in the breakaway layup. Udrih has got 6.
Yeah, he didn't even bother to wait around for any help on that break.
That was a one-man job all the way, Steve. He knew what to do with it and when.
Afflalo, no good.
That was a layup, and you've got to knock that down. You've got to convert when you get those opportunities.
They get the rebound. That's good. That's 12 points for Carmelo Anthony.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Now, you got to make a defensive adjustment here, Clark. Time to collapse inside, force the ball back out of the perimeter, make them beat you from long range.
The Knicks leading by 17. Here's Udrih. Good. He's got 8.
And their interior defense getting exposed once again. How many open looks at the rim are they going to allow?
Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
And the basket by Maxeel.
Textbook right there. Nice pass, great catch, beautiful finish.
Knicks on offense. They're on a 14-5 run here. And Udrih kicks to Anthony. Feeds it to Udrih. Stoudemire, the screen. Just 5 to shoot. It's Anthony with the drive. Anthony missing again. The Magic trail by 17.
A lot of high hopes for the Knicks in last year's playoffs. They started off so hot, but then let the series against Boston drag on, and eventually went to 7 games, and they fell to the Pacers in the second round after that.
That's his first personal foul. Third team foul.
Passes it to Nicholson. He dishes it to Harkless. Can't hit. The Knicks go the other way with it. They led the game at one point by 20. And the Boston series did drag on them, you could tell. You wonder if they were a bit fatigued going into that Pacers series. Steve, Indiana just outplayed him, outworked him in every way in the second round.
Yeah, I think it was a factor, Kevin, and really the Knicks have only themselves to blame. They had Boston down 3-1 and a home game to close it out, but they couldn't get it done. And there's no doubt that affected them against Indiana in the next series. Well, at least the defender got his money's worth on that one.
Yep, that was an easy whistle for the official.
The Magic shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
Well, they were 75% free throw shooting a season ago.
No good on that one. And that trip coming up empty, missing both.
When the Magic made the big trade they did to send an unhappy Dwight Howard away, everybody thought they'd be the doormat of the league, and that wasn't quite the case. They were able to sneak up on some teams early and had enough talent to battle others late.
The Magic trail by 21. Afflalo off a pick from Nicholson. World peace against Afflalo. 6 to shoot. Jason Maxiell with the slam.
How about that now? What a sensational finish.
Oh, got to be able to get some hang time to do that one.
Yeah, you got to rise and levitate.
Suspend yourself.
Yeah,
I
levitate.
know it, man.
And
He was
glide. You got to glide in and reverse it home. So sweet.
And as good as their season appeared early on, the Magic did eventually cool off and teams were able to overpower them. Steve, early on, they definitely caught teams off guard, I thought, and were playing well above themselves.
I agree, Kevin. They executed really well. They would run a Flalo and Redick off those screens. Vucevic was a surprise, a really good young player down low. But they've got to continue to build this roster in order to compete at the highest level.
Harkless, the shot from the low post is good. Harkless has got his second bucket.
Heads up play there, guys, on the assist and the finish.
Udrich dishes to World Peace. From outside, off the mark.
Oh, that's got to be deflating and disappointing to miss a wide open shot like that right in your wheelhouse.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Nicholson, and again it's Orlando converting.
That's pretty much been the norm for them, getting their points off assists and great ball movement.
Nice rhythm and flow for this team. Tremendous communication and alertness.
Felton kicks to World Peace. And that comes off the assist by Raymond Felton. World Peace has got his first 3 points of the game. Aflalo goes in, and that one's good.
Boy, nice work inside. Tough to get that shot over a big defender like that.
No, that takes skill and creativity, Steve, particularly on the release to make sure he doesn't get a hand on it.
A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. Knicks lead by 18. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Well, Carmelo, what allowed you to function so well offensively?
We got vets. We got guys that know how to play basketball. We come together as a team. We're doing that, and we're just trying to take it one day at a time. That's it.
Thank you so much. Back to you guys at the table.
All right, Doris, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow here on 2K Sports.
Now, presented by Sprint.
Welcome, folks. It's halftime, and we've got a blowout underway in Orlando. New York leading against Orlando, and offensively just filling it up, making the pass to the open man, generating opportunities. They are piling up points in a hurry. An all-round great effort by Carmelo Anthony. What he's been able to do from the field has been nothing short of spectacular. Only a select few players in the league can shoot the ball like that. It's been a disappointment, though, for the Magic so far. They'd like to forget that first half. Coach has not been happy with what he's seen out there, and they'll likely come out with major adjustments. Aaron Aflalo has been locked in so far. He's got a dozen points and has been looking really good in terms of shot selection, shooting it well from the field. Thanks so much for spending halftime with me. Now let's head on back out to Kevin and the gang.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but you know, anything can happen.
Melo having a terrific game. He's got 16 points, and he's been pretty steady grabbing rebounds, too.
He has, and I think the coach may have told him before the game to make that an area on which to focus today because he's been locked in.
Davis at the 4 and Vucevic at the 5. Oladipo at the point with a follow at the 2. And it's Harris in at the small forward position. That's who's out there for Orlando. And Doris Burke has something for us. Hey, Doris.
Hey, guys. The last few summers, Carmelo Anthony has incorporated boxing training into his off-season regimen. He said being a boxing fan since he was a kid, he was always intrigued by the elite conditioning level boxers have to attain. He added that the hand-eye coordination and physicality help both his shooting and his ability to play at the power forward spot. Kevin?
Yeah, with his hard-charging style of play, it makes sense. Thanks, Doris.
Well, guys, with the Knicks playing a space-the-floor pick-and-roll offensive scheme, I mean, Tyson Chandler is a hand-in-glove fit as the high-flying finisher inside, keeping defenses honest and then cleaning up the mess on the weak side board if shots are missed.
Here's Oladipo. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Harris has got his 5th assist in this one. Now, here's Felton. He's covered by Oladipo. Back to Felton. On the wing, Shumpert from past the arc. And again, New York with the triple. And Clark, you talked about what Chandler has meant for this Knicks team, both on the court and in the locker room. And you wonder, if Dallas, Steve had it to do over, do you think they would have tried harder to re-sign him?
Well, I understood the plan. Dallas felt like with Dirk Nowitzki getting older, they had to save that cap room for a superstar, maybe Dwight Howard or Chris Paul. But it's always easy in hindsight when those things don't happen to say, hey, what were you doing?
And here is Felton after the three-pointer from Harris. Softly drops in the floater. That's 10 points for Raymond Felton.
And their offense is flowing. It's clicking right now. At the beginning of the second half, they've made 3 of their first 4 attempts.
Here's Davis. And Shumpert pulls it down. Shumpert's got his 3rd rebound on the night.
Boy, they've really dominated on the glass. And, of course, they've done a lot of good things here tonight, but the rebounds have played a major factor.
Hey, Steve, rebounding always one of the key barometers in determining the victor. Playing in London during the 2012 summer seemed to do wonders for Melo. It often does wonders for guys that play with that national team. He came back with all kinds of confidence and seemed to be at another level.
That free throw good from Anthony. And for Carmelo, boy, he really excels in international play, doesn't he? Always has.
Yeah, the three-point line is just a bit shorter, which kind of brings it right into his comfort zone. So he can play that zone buster role for Team USA. And tell you what, he can do so many other things, too, because of his size and quickness.
And you hear his coaches talk about his defense is better than they expected, too.
Ironic, isn't it?
Very.
You can't be the number 2 seed in the East by being mediocre on the road. I mean, the Knicks had a veteran group, and they all had the mental fortitude and experience to finish off games on the road last season.
Chandler with the block.
It's just been a brutal outing for him. He still hasn't managed to make a shot, and the team is struggling because of it. That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
Aflalo outside. Now, here's Oladipo. Guarded by Shumpert. On its way from Aflalo for 2. The Magic again can't hit. Clark, as you said, the Knicks were one of the tougher teams on the road, and their road record was, what separated them, Steve, from the middle of the pack in the East.
Yeah, 23 road wins, second only to the Heat in the East. It was interesting, Kevin. They relied so heavily on threes that sometimes on the road they'd go cold, but they could also get hot in a hurry, and they were able to avoid a bad spell.
Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over.
Tyson Chandler, first-time All-Star last season, his 12th season in the league. This is a guy that came right out of high school. It was a long time coming for him, but certainly that All-Star berth well-deserved.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Yes, over the break, I listened in on Jacques Vaughn's huddle. He mentioned the need for more use of the pick and roll. It's a basic component of their offense that he said he hasn't seen nearly enough of. The other point he made was about defensive rebounding. He wants his guys to crash the glass and go after every rebound. He doesn't want to give up any second chance opportunities. Clearly, some adjustments there had to be made because the time left for a comeback is quickly running out. Kevin, over to you.
All right, Doris. Time called here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. And for Tyson Chandler, it's been a long road over the last few seasons. Steve, he's playing undoubtedly the best basketball of his career.
Yeah, key contributor on Team USA, an NBA champion with the Mavericks in 2011, and now an NBA All-Star. It's the defense, it's the understanding of his teammates and the game plan. Just a very, very smart player and a hard worker as well.
Now, here's Felton. They lead by 24, their biggest margin. Back to Chandler, leaps for it. Pass to Felton. They get a hand on it. It's stolen by Oladipo. Harris against Shumpert. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Oladipo, the pass to Aflalo. 6 to shoot. To end the drought. and misses it off the right side of the rim. Knicks have gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. Felton with the ball. Harris is there. Nice shot by Felton. Felton has got 4 points now in the quarter. Orlando's gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. And Oladipo kicks to Harris. The dish now to Oladipo. Back to Aflalo. Shot from the wing. Connects. The jumper drops. Aflalo's got 14 points for the game.
You know, he's knocking down his shots today, but it hasn't really translated to the scoreboard yet.
Here's Felton. And that one's good.
And they're beginning to fall apart a little bit defensively, especially inside.
Well, that's 4 straight buckets now at the rim.
Aflalo goes in. Now here's Oladipo. He's covered by Felton. Doubled by Felton. And the Knicks with possession here. The Knicks have gone 6 of 8 on field goal attempts in the third. A 75% clip. Felton off the pick from Chandler. Felton goes in. Oh, that's blocked. And it's out of bounds to the Knicks as New York retains possession. And the Knicks making a change here. Smith is checked in.
Substitution for the Knicks. J.R. Smith.
Felton inside the three-point line. Orlando grabs the miss. Here's Oladipo. And that one's good. Oladipo's got 10.
Man, a gaping hole in the defense that time, and he didn't waste any time getting through it.
Felton kicks to Chandler. The open shot, Anthony nails the wide-open jump shot. Anthony's got 4 this quarter. Orlando's gone 5 of 8 from three-point land. 15 points and a deep ball for them tonight. Oladipo with the ball. Now Chandler defending. And there's the call on Chandler. That's his first foul.
He tried to step in and cut him off, but just not quick enough.
And we have the benefit of replay, but I think they got that one right, which is the case most times, even though fans don't think so.
And it's out of bounds. The Knicks will take it the other way. And folks, what an outstanding array of talent we've got here. Just look at the list for all-time career scoring average. Jordan and Chamberlain and LeBron.
And of course, those guys were much more than just scorers, Kevin. They were winners, champions. But, you know, as you work your way up that list, no question, that is elite company.
Now here's Anthony. 20 points for him. Chandler down low. Aflalo pulls it in. Aflalo's got 4 rebounds in this game. Aflalo off a pick from Vucevic. Aflalo dishes to Vucevic. Harris against Chandler. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Harris. Lets it go with the 3. Knicks with the rebound. Shumpert's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And stolen by Aflalo. There's the pass to Oladipo. And he banks in the layup. Oladipo's got 7 now in this quarter. For New York, they've gone 7 of 12 from the floor since coming out of the break. Felton attacking. That's good from Chandler on the assist by Felton. Felton's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Oladipo, the pass to Aflalo. Kicks to Vucevic. And Chandler with the block. Vucevic with the bucket.
Well, he's so dangerous on the offensive glass. You know, well, Clark, what's your expression for it? A glass eater?
That's right. You got it, Steve. A go-and-get-it specialist is another way to look at him. He follows every shot, never assumes it's going in.
Here's Oladipo. Flushes it down to finish the break.
Well, this is how you completely rattle an opponent's rhythm.
Yeah, you know, such terrific on-the-ball defense to trigger the transition opportunity.
And it wasn't just the tough D, it was the exclamation point they put on the fast break with the slam.
And so it's New York with it. The Magic hitting the bucket. Now here's Felton. He's got 14. Chandler trying to free himself up. Nice shot by Smith. Smith's got 6.
Good job creating an easy bucket there.
Here's Aflalo. Dishes to Vucevic. He feeds it to Oladipo. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Oladipo's got 11 in the second half. To the inside, here's Anthony, and that comes off the assist by Raymond Felton.
You know, it seems like when they've gone to him, he's really come through, and that's not something they should get away from.
You know, for a long time, the Magic were one of the tougher teams in the Eastern Conference, made the playoffs routinely, and even represented the East in the finals one year. That all came to a screeching halt last season, the first in the post-Dwight era.
And it's Oladipo with the jam.
Tell you what, he's not an easy guy to stop when he's got his sight on the rim.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And I love how he goes with that one-hand tomahawk slam. Beautiful.
Here is Felton after the Magic pick up 2. It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. Outside for Felton. Shot clock at 6. And it comes off the front of the rim. And for the Magic, they were in the bottom of the Eastern ladder, and everyone was stepping on their rung. Steve, terrible record against the other teams in the conference.
Yeah, just 10 wins against the rest of the East. You know, that's not even the strong conference in the NBA. So that kind of told you what kind of season it was for Orlando. But there is hope. Some good young talent. Oladipo this year. I like some of the guys who developed last year. This is going to be an interesting team down the road.
Aflalo outside. He kicks it to Harris. It's stolen by Smith. The 3, and that one's good. Smith's got 11 points. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Knicks.
Boy, defensively, they've played with a high energy level, guys, and all the steals we've seen, really a result of that aggressiveness.
And guys, the thing that jumps out at me is their block shots. I mean, they're playing up on the shooters tightly, and then they're sending them packing. I mean, putting those shots in reverse, all in a clear, good day's work.
Now Harris, after the missed 3 from Shumpert. Harris misses.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
Chandler with the screen on Harris. Shumpert with it, now defended by Vucevic. Anthony drives in, and he gets the bucket. Anthony's got 24.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Yeah, that's 5 of their last 6 baskets inside the lane. They have really established themselves inside.
Now here is Davis. The feed to Harris. To halt the run, and that one's good. Harris has got 5 points now this quarter.
They're not as aggressive from the outside here, but maybe they should think about stretching the defense a little bit, like they did in the first half. I mean, stretching the defense makes it easier to score inside, too.
Felton with the ball, guarded by Oladipo. Felton kicks to Smith. Feeds it to Chandler. Just 5 on the clock. Shumpert dishes to Felton. Aflalo pulls it in. Orlando's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. And he uses the glass on the layup. Aflalo's got 16.
And he's made the most of his chances, hasn't he? He really needs to continue to work for those good looks.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Felton kicks to Anthony. Passes it to Smith. Davis with the block, and he recovers it. Here's Anthony. Again, the miss by Anthony. Here's Davis. Unloads, and the release. The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this Now Udrich. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. And New York looking at who they've got. World Peace is out there with Martin, and it's Udrich. Then there's Hardaway, and it's Stoudemire in at the 5 down low. Now here's Lamb. Mari Stoudemire missing his last shot. Moore inside. He's guarded by Udrich. And Moore kicks to Harkless. He dishes it to Nicholson. Pass to Moore. Goes back up. And the rejection by Stoudemire. The Knicks shooting it as well as you're going to see, 67%. Udrich, the pass to Hardaway. In low to Martin. Clock is at 3. Fires the 3. That's good from Udrich on the assist by Martin. Udrich has got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Knicks. Orlando with the ball. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. No good from Lamb. New York's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Hardaway dishes to Udrich. Out of bounds. Orlando takes possession.
Such a careless pass. You got to keep your head in the game here.
We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Moore outside. Over to the wing. Shot clock at 5. Shoots from 14. That's good. Here's Udrich. There's the dish to Stoudemire. Shot, no good. And Orlando will come the other way. And Lamb kicks to Moore. Pass to Maxfield. From 13, it's rebounded by New York. Stoudemire's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Outside, world peace. And Udrich kicks to Hardaway. No good on the triple. Magic have gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of misses, just the one make. Harkless with the bucket.
That is some real serious dime dropping there. Exquisite assist.
New York's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. And Udrich kicks to world peace. The pass to Udrich. Dishes to Hardaway. New York moving it around. World peace. And again, it's the Knicks missing. Orlando, they've gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. Here's Harkless. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And, you know, out of St. John's, Mo Harkless taken 15th in the 2012 draft by the Sixers, but went to Orlando in the Dwight Howard trade. And not a bad situation. He got consistent playing time in his rookie season.
And the first one drops. And Harkless played out of position of power forward at St. John's. We knew about his athleticism and potential defensively. But, Steve, his transition to the 3 offensively was a question mark.
But he showed increasing confidence knocking down the three-point shot as his rookie season went on. So I think he's shown signs that he's a possible contributor at both ends of the floor.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
J.R. Smith, last season's 6th man of the year, averaging 18 points per game off the bench for the Knicks. What a fantastic season.
The free throw drops for Smith. And for J.R. Smith, the New Jersey native, right at home, Clark playing for the Knicks.
And you knew he had the talent to be special. He just had to put it all together and had a big season. The first player since '90 to come off the bench and score 30 or more in 3 straight games, Kevin. He's simply a bucket maker.
Smith hits them both.
What a game we've seen here from Smith. 13 points, and all the steals he's collected only add to his impressive stat line.
Yeah, whether he's picking someone's pocket or picking off a pass, he has been causing some mayhem out there for sure.
Now here is Harris. Into Maxfield. Good work defensively by Stoudemire.
You've got to give them a lot of credit for the job they've done on the backboards.
Well, they've done a lot of things right, but I agree with you, Clark. Their rebounding is right there at the top of the list. Sharp pass to give his teammate the high percentage shot in close.
Here's Harkless after the made shot from Udrich. Harkless the pass to Nicholson. There's the bucket. Good. Nicholson's got 4 points in the quarter. New York's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. Udrich off a pick from Anthony. Kicks to Bargnani from downtown. It's good. This time the assist from Udrich.
You know, their three-point shooting since halftime is about as good as you could possibly ask for, guys.
Now's the time to put the pedal to the metal, boys. Keep firing those deep balls and build that lead up.
Here's Nicholson. He feeds it to Harkless. On the wing of Flello. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Well, Flello's got 19 points.
Oh, the rapid-fire threes coming from everywhere.
I thought it might be a little imprudent to try to get those points right back, but it worked.
Now here's Anthony. Here's Stoudemire. The shot misses. Some solid defense from Maxfield. Harkless dishes to Nicholson. And Maxfield kicks to Flello. There's the feed to Harkless. 6 to shoot. Here's Harris. And again, it's Orlando with the 3.
He's starting to heat up from outside. That's his second this half.
The Knicks leading by 21. Smith drives in. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
First personal foul. Shooting for New York, J.R. Smith, taking 2 shots.
He misses the free throw. Tyson Chandler is checked in for New York. Felton comes in for Beno Udrich. And he's good on the second.
You know, they've really improved at the line from the first half. Things have gotten a lot better. They've gotten there a good number of times, and they've converted a high percentage of them.
Here's Vucevic. Harris passes to Davis. Shot left block, and Orlando again with the bucket. And here is Felton. And there's the foul. It'll go on Mo Harkless. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul. 3rd team foul.
Bargnani against Davis. Bargnani dishes to Chandler. Bargnani kicks to Smith. Outside for Felton. Clock at 4. Tries it from 19. That's good. The Magic have gone 6 of 11 since the start of the 4th quarter. Harris gets the screen from Vucevic. Harris with it. And Bargnani picks him up defensively. Vucevic down low. Anthony on him. Just 3 to shoot. Here's Harris. Here's Vucevic. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
I think it's time to make some adjustments defensively, Clark. I mean, what they've got going right now is not getting it done.
Now, here's Felton. Bargnani passes to Carmelo. That's tipped. From deep. And that's collected by Vucevic. Vucevic has got 9 rebounds now tonight. And it's a Flalo penetrating, and again it's Orlando converting.
The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in a movie theater. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot off.
Now here's Anthony. He kicks it to Chandler. And he banks in the layup. And the Knicks lead by 20.
If you battle for the offensive rebound and come up with it, you're guaranteed a high-quality shot on a follow just like he got there.
Here's Vucevic. Nails the 16-footer.
He's definitely got that shot in his arsenal.
New York's gone 2 of 5 on 3-point shots since the end of the third quarter. Felton dishes to Carmelo. Chandler with the screen on Harris. It's Anthony with the drive. Smith for 3. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. Anthony's got his 4th assist in this one. Davis setting the pick for Harkless. And the rebound goes to the Knicks.
Boy, he really bungled that finish.
And Glenn Davis is going to pick up that foul. That's his 5th foul.
I like the call. I thought the defense was moving there.
Yeah, I think he slid underneath. Good blocking call that trip.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over.
And prior to last season, the Magic overhauled their entire coaching and scouting staffs. They're trying to be more forward-thinking and progressive with their training and statistical analysis in an effort to become more consistently competitive.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Hey, guys. Well, Mike Woodson had some advice for the team over that last break. Anthony was the focus of the discussion, and he wants their offense to run through him. Coach does not think they're utilizing him as much as they should be, and reminded the team that his role needs to be constantly a big one. Also, he wants them building a wall around the rim defensively and forcing shots to come from the perimeter, not in the paint. Guys, they're operating under the principle that it's never too late to fine-tune the game plan. Kevin, over to you.
Thank you, Doris. Oladipo, he's checked in for Harkless. Anthony kicks to Bargnani. Feeds it to Anthony. Clock at 6. Now Chandler inside. That is good. Chandler's got 9 points here in the second half. And for the Magic, never easy to rebuild from the bottom up. Steve, last season, the worst record, the 4th worst offense in the entire NBA.
But I'll tell you what, Kevin, I like the way Jacques Vaughn had his team competing every night, particularly early in the season before they made the J.J. Redick trade. They executed, they played hard, they played for each other. They just didn't have enough talent.
Now here's Felton. Chandler's shot, good.
And there it is again. That's where their points have been coming today, from the low post.
And even under pressure in tight, they've maintained their concentration and converted their opportunities.
Oladipo with the ball. He's covered by Felton. And it's Harris off the drive. Passes to Oladipo. Chandler against Harris to stop the run. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
Boy, one thing I like about Tobias Harris, I mean, he can play 2 positions, and he gives you mismatches either way. You know, at the 4 spot, he can pull other big men out on the perimeter and take advantage of his ball skills, shooting, and quickness. At the 3, he can play bully ball against smaller players. I think this young man's got a chance to be an outstanding combo forward in the league.
That's good from Harris. Clark, you mentioned Harris's nice combination of size and skill, able to score inside and Steve outside.
Yeah, pretty good finisher, and you know, he can make a 3-point shot. It's getting better. It's developing. but he got his chance to play after the trade to Orlando last year and made good use of that opportunity.
And Harris drops them both.
They're locked in from the charity stripe this half. Not a miss yet.
And they're going to have to continue that pace, Clark, because they're down, and anytime you're losing, you got to take advantage of every offensive opportunity you have.
Here's Felton. No good. Some solid defense from Lamb. Orlando's gone 7 of 11 from deep tonight, using the three-pointer to their advantage. And it's Harris off the drive. And he uses the glass on the layup. Harris has got 19 points. There's a minute 34 left here in the fourth quarter. Felton off the pick from Chandler. Chandler with the screen on Harris.
Frustration foul there. You've got to maintain your composure.
Yeah, he lost his cool there, Steve. I mean, you can understand it, but you can't excuse it.
Last year, Amari knew that he was going to be a different player, but made sure to prepare for it the best he could as he tried to add more moves to his post game in order to remain an impact player in this league.
And he can't get the first one. And back to Amari Stoudemire. It's amazing how great a scorer he was without really being a back-to-the-basket big man.
Oh, he was absolutely lethal when he was healthy. Facing you up, it was the last thing you wanted to see as a defender because he can make you look bad. But like a lot of players, when the athleticism starts to decline, the post game is where you can use your footwork, skill, savvy, strength to get high percentage buckets. And he's got a good enough touch to be able to do that.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just total obliteration. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for New York.
Two great rebounding teams, Clark.
Yeah, and these guys just worked a little bit harder tonight. That was the edge that was needed.
You always need role players to step up and help, and that was the case here as everything was working for Carmelo Anthony. He was doing everything right, and the points seemed to come in bunches. He definitely had the hot hand.
It's stolen by Lamb. Lays it in off the breakaway.
It's interesting. They're like a different team now. Suddenly, they've got energy.
You know, it's not going to change anything, though, other than to make their losing margin a little more respectable.
Now, here's Felton, outside world peace. 36 seconds left to play here in the fourth. The jump hook, and he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Orlando's gotten off to a great start from three-point range in the final quarter. They're a perfect 3 of 3. Fires top of the key. Moore with the bucket.
Tell you what, it's a huge plus to have him making shots like that.
New York's gone 6 of 14 with the 3-ball tonight. Just a little over 40%.
Boy, just a brain cramp, guys. I mean, that should have been the simplest of exchanges.
Here's Lamb. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. They got on this roll a while ago, and they just haven't looked back. There's 18 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Here's Udrich. So no problem for New York as they get the win. They put on a show tonight, thoroughly controlling each end of the floor.
Hey, what more can you ask?
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. I'm here with J.R. Smith. This team really looked good tonight. What was the key out there?
I mean, our penetration was unbelievable tonight. Everybody was penetrating the ball. We weren't settling for jump shots and contested jumpers. And as long as we keep moving the ball, we'll be fine.
JR, appreciate the time as always. Kevin?
Thank you, Doris, for that. And now for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan saying see you next time as we present our Jordan Player of the Game, Carmelo Anthony.